Perfect. All right, cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon uh, for a deep dive into the Smoking Dragons and everything everything that has occurred over this last month or so. I'll introduce myself real quick. I'm Lou Aducci. I'm head of community experience for Tiltify, and I had the pleasure of doing cool things like the Clause My Cause event, which you experienced firsthand as a way to engage and get the community excited to fundraise. And I think it's suffice to say it kind of worked for everybody.
Oh yeah,
very much so.
Oh my God,
very much so.
Yeah, if you all want to introduce yourselves, and then we'll just take it from there. It'll just be a kind of a natural conversation and just get to know y'all and see what. Let's find out more, and I want to hear about your experiences as being a fundraiser for Tiltify during the month of December.
Well, I'm Rico. Along with all these people, kind of started the Smoking Dragons. I was the one who came forward and wanted to do the Smoking Dragons, and with everybody's help, we kind of pieced that together. And we have been streaming for 2.5 years, and I think we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary for Twitch, because we started on YouTube, but we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary for Twitch.
It's been 3 years already?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. It's been 3 years total, but the Twitch thing has only recently started to get to the 3-year marker.
Oh, yeah. Cool. So what do you said you do role playing? Is it any specific role playing game, or
we specifically do Dungeons and Dragons, and pretty much any other TTRPG. We also have a Pokemon 5th edition game, which is where Alana hopped in on, and that $2,000 donation kind of happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely do that, and then we also stream a lot of video games. Pretty much just anything we want to play. Anything that's really fun.
I see somebody's trying to be a little modest. So the actual start of the Smoking Dragons, the initial flagship project, was indeed a homebrewed game that Rico himself had actually put together. It was loosely based off of an old system that I kind of came up with, but honestly I scrapped because it kind of turned to poo. And Rico was the one who picked it back up and actually revitalized it and made it way, way better. It still needs a lot of work, to be fair. But in all honesty, his version of my system is so much better than my system ever was. But that was the initial flagship. And it was called, not only is the system called the Gaia system, based off of the game it started with, but GEO, or Gaia's Edge Online, is the actual first game we played. And it is here's the funny part, TTRPG, MMO, VR RPG game, anime style isekai type of influenced thing. And
we like our complicated stuff here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need like crib notes at the end of this, because I don't know anything you just said.
Everything went in one ear and out the other. Huh?
That's our Anthony.
I was about to say, funny enough, that's how we feel about Anthony 90% of the time.
There's one in every group, really. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you guys want to go down and introduce yourselves real quick, and maybe just say, just let us know your role with the Smoking Dragons if you have one.
Yeah, that's
sure.
That's fair.
I guess I'll start. So I've been in and out of different projects with Rico's for a multitude of years now, and all of us that you see in this group have been friends for 5 to 10 plus years, and we're all creatives, and we're all very much nerd-like. All the way nerd, not even nerd-like. But Rico approached me during the beginning of the Smoking Dragons, and I was kind of at a place in life where I've had a project and it kind of fell, and then I had another project and it kind of fell, and I was kind of down on myself. And we had just stopped a previous YouTube channel for one of our Pokemon Go deals that we brought together, where we kind of made like a traveling show, but with Pokemon Go, where we would try to like go show places and how to get Pokemon, stuff like that. And then the game kind of crashed. So I was on a downer. So I was just kind of riding on the outside of what was going on with Smoking Dragons for a while. And then I started to pick up a little bit of heat with them probably 4 or 5 months back. And I started helping to coach like how to better come across with people, how to speak with people, and things like that, how to bring a group together, that kind of thing. When it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, because it's a lot like a band. Everybody has explosive personalities and everything like that, and you want everybody to have fun. You want everybody to get the things that they want out of the game. So how can you do that? So that was part of what I was doing with Rico. Another part of what I do is I help out with audio and visual. As soon as I came over to Rico's house 3 or 4 months back, I saw the studio and it was kind of in shambles, and I was like, this is not going to go. And I was like, we have to redo everything. So
That's a
we
direct
spent
quote.
a good couple weeks yeah. We spent a couple weeks pulling everything down and putting it all together and stuff like that. So doing that, and I'm going in with another audio buddy of mine to flush out everything when it comes to audio, all the microphones, things like that. So kind of like a tech guy, stuff like that. I've been streaming with them a little bit more here and there, always in the chat, things like that. And probably going to be in the next Dungeons and Dragons game that's coming up, and also probably some solo streamings as well.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome.
Let's all not talk at once now.
I was just waiting. Who's gonna do
That's
that? Who's gonna go next?
I say Cassie go next.
Okay.
Oh no, but Chris already started talking. Chris, go.
All right. Hi, I'm Chris. I am known as Sleepy Dragon on this show by stroke of luck because of chat. But I've known Rico for about 4 or 5 years now.
Almost 7.
Almost 7? Man,
Yeah, time flies, man. Time flies.
So, like, with me, when it comes to me with this channel, he first talked to me about it before we started on Twitch. We actually were a podcast, and so he said, "Hey, do you play Dungeons and Dragons?" I was like, "I have, but I'm not very, familiar with 5th edition. I started in 3rd edition." And so he says, "Oh, do you want to come and play?" I said, "Sure." Where at? Anaheim. Okay. So I stuck to my word. I used to drive from Paris, California to Anaheim once every week to go play D&D with this man on a podcast.
Well, once a week?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh no, it gets worse. And so we did that for a while, and then complications happened, and moving happened. So he moved back to Riverside, and then I moved to LA. And then he said, "Hey, we're gonna do this again, but we're gonna be on stream. Do you want to play?" I said, "Sure." So I used to drive from LA to Riverside after I got off work, and then drive back to LA once a week to play. No, twice a week.
No, it was once every 2 weeks. Because remember that
2 weeks?
Our old schedule, we played every 2 weeks.
Yeah, you are right.
We played bi-monthly.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I would drive all the way from LA to Riverside to play D&D, and then drive back to LA the same night to go back to work. And it was kind of, well, it still is. It's kind of hectic because of my work schedule. So like I try to be there as much as possible. And since now that we're a lot closer to each other, because I moved back to Paris, I'm more active in the whole scheme of things by I kind of dabble in what everybody's doing to get a handle of what's going on. And I solo stream on Saturdays, and then now I'm hopping back into playing D&D again on Mondays with these guys. So I'm looking forward to it tonight. And it's been a wild ride. I'm not gonna lie. We've had our ups and downs. We've had our points where we thought that, you know what, this isn't gonna work or whatever. But me and Anthony told Rico, hey, we'll ride with you until the wheels fall off, and this whole thing crash and burn. We'll be there for you. And
I'll still probably be there throwing a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, like even now, like I tell them, like, you know what, no matter what happens, like we might disagree on things, I'm still gonna be here to do this with you because I made a promise.
Oh, and I mean, so what? So you're playing tonight, and is everybody playing?
Everybody here except for Cassie, but she's in the rotation.
Okay, cool. What's okay?
So,
go ahead. Go ahead there.
Sorry. Yeah, my name's Donald or Hidden Dragon. I don't know if I said that before I started to ramble about the things that I do. No, I was wondering if I'm jumping in that too, because we have a couple of the smoking dragons that they got COVID, so
yeah,
they can't join tonight. And yeah, so we've been like cycling every once in a while. One of us will get it, and then one of the other ones will get it, and we're just like, we're trying our hardest to stay away from each other as much as we had around each other.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry.
No,
we had our bubble. We had made a bubble, and then it got popped. So we had been dodging it this entire time, and we had a bubble that just got popped, and it started with Chris, and then it got to me, and then I didn't stop streaming even while I had it. I just kept going.
You can actually see a few of the VODs. He looks like absolute butt.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to just lay in bed and do nothing. So, but yeah, now everybody else, it's cycling to everybody else, and we're hoping that it goes through smoothly and the symptoms aren't as bad, because it is pretty scary.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely. Yeah, it's no joke.
Well, great.
And now,
Chris, yeah, thanks for sharing. How about, okay, Cassie, I think you're up now. I think you're on deck.
I actually got adopted into the project. My name is Cassandra, but Cassie is my much preferred. I'm my own streamer. And when Rico and Anthony were having difficulty like getting everybody on at the same time, I jumped in and I was like, well, I have my own stream and everything, so why don't I just come play with you guys? And jumped in with their projects, and we actually got talking about one of the new projects that we're going to debut is an international Dungeons and Dragons game.
Okay.
Where we're going to play with a couple of my friends from school from England.
Oh, cool.
And a very special guest.
And a very special guest. Who's super excited to play and can't wait to influence the story. But I loved everything that they were doing, especially when Rico told me that it was for the charity in the Red Nose Day. I was like, oh heck yeah, let's go play some games. Especially Among Us. I think that's the first one I played with you guys, was we were just jerking around on Among Us. We're like, okay, #orange vented, and then that became a huge fad with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so much fun. And now we've got such a great group of not just fans, but we've gotten to get to know everybody that's in our Discord now. And they're just a huge bundle of joy constantly. And it's become such a supportive network. I absolutely adore everything about this project.
We were streaming a couple nights ago or a couple weeks ago, and somebody brought up the idea of mental health. And all of a sudden, it just became a big conversation. We dropped the game altogether, started pulling in people in chat into our Discord, and brought everybody on screen. And we had like a 4 to 5 hour conversation about mental health and the things we went through and how to help each other. And it was a super huge moment. One of our mods actually super cut it together, and they have it on YouTube now. And it was really cool. It was really cool to see how like all of our experiences aligned. All the type of people that like our type of content went through a lot of the things that we did, and it just brought us even closer. And the more and more that we play with our community, the more and more it feels like we just have more friends, and that's really why I'm a part of this. I just want more friends. It's my favorite thing.
No, I love that. I mean,
Yeah.
I love community building, and I love hearing the different avenues. And I think that that's really powerful. That's pretty amazing. That's fantastic. All right, so I have Chris's and Donald's dragon name. Cassie, do you have a dragon name? I have Sleeping and Hidden, right?
Yes.
Cassie, do you have a name?
Yes.
Cassie's dragon name is Dirty Dragon. I am the mistress of dragons.
Oh, okay.
And I have pets, and there's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. I have to watch the show, right? Is that
Yeah,
what
you have to watch the show. You have to get the lore.
When the names are being made.
Huge story arc.
Oh, there was a point I went to Washington this last week because I'm actually house hunting and moving states. So I was out of streaming and out of commission with the dragons for a week on vacation, and I kept getting notifications going, Rico just killed you in a game and your pets are rioting.
You're welcome.
This is actually the first time that we've seen Cassie since she came back.
Yeah, she actually came back yesterday.
Oh, well, welcome back. That's great. Well, cool. All right, Enrico, now you're the game master or dungeon master. So do you
I'm one of the dungeon masters as well as Anthony is a dungeon master as well. Anthony, go ahead and say your name. I'll save mine for last.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I was actually hoping you were going to have that same thought process. But I'm Anthony. I'm kind of the one at fault for all of this. Like when you get down to the core of it. I am referred to as Viking Dragon by our fans. It was a gift given to me by the fans who basically kept saying that guy looks like a Viking, and then I mentioned I was 6'4", and they said, "Oh my God, modern day Viking." I'm the one who introduced Rico to TTRPGs a very long time ago. I'm actually Rico's oldest friend out of the entire group. So he kind of fell in love with TTRPGs just because of dabbling with it over 10 years ago. And that's pretty much where his obsession with TTRPGs inevitably sprouted from. Most of what is the Smoking Dragons, though, is kind of his brainchild that was named by Sleepy Dragon. But then I was the jerk who came in. I was technically the last recruited aside from Cassie and Donald. And I was the one who told Rico, no, don't do a podcast. Podcasts are silly. Do a live stream. Let's do a live stream on YouTube. And that's why we started doing live streams. If I was anything, I don't think we have really official titles in the Smoking Dragons, but if you had to give me any kind of a title, I would say that I'm probably the second big name dragon and the one who tries to do as much troubleshooting as possible. I try to not only keep the peace, but also delegate information between people, because sometimes we get so busy with all the other stuff in our lives that we legitimately will forget to communicate with each other. I'm guilty of that myself. We will sometimes pop in after not really seeing anything in Discord for days on end, and then all of a sudden there's this novels worth of information displayed before us, and I try to go through and cut as much of the fat as possible. And of course, when I'm not capable of doing that, Donald will do the same thing, or at least bring my attention to it, just because he has also got that same kind of troubleshoot mindset. But yeah, I mean, if Rico is the president, I would probably be considered the vice president. If Rico was the chief operating officer, I would be considered the chief executive officer. Just essentially he's the one who oversees everything, but I'm the one who pretty much comes in with a baseball bat. You better be doing your work or you're gonna get it.
Yeah, he's like that.
but me and Rico are both, along with Sleepy, voice actors. Me and Rico specifically have not only taken voice acting classes, but we actually are a part of an agency as well. Sleepy, on the other hand, is slowly.
I'm in training with everything.
He's slowly building that up because he does have some talent with voices. Rico has talent with voices, but I'm the one that keeps using so many different random voices and accents that I just kind of got the nickname not from anyone in the Dragons, but like personal experiences. Somebody once called me the man of 1,000 voices, and I was like, yeah, sure, I guess.
That's great. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so big reveal, Rico. What is your dragon name?
The fans called me Daddy, and I am the father of the dragons. Essentially, anything Daddy says goes. That's how chat feels.
The way my
And I made a joke because someone in chat said that I should tell them that I'll be their daddy. And so when this whole thing kicked off, there's a clip on out there. I believe it's on our Instagram, and it's definitely on our Twitch. The clip of just me leaning into the mic and just going, "I'll be your daddy," and that is our follow notification.
It needs to be changed, by the way.
It is going to be changed, but I did it for the meme. I did it for the meme.
Else. I know, but it's got to be something else.
The community picked all of our names, really.
Yeah,
but we did. None of us asked for this.
I
But I'm totally for it.
The funny part about my name is that chat didn't even know about it. But the first few episodes of us playing, I literally fall asleep on stream because I'm tired, and for me, I feel it's a little unfair to be called Sleepy Dragon. Personally, I feel it's unfair, but like it happens in more than way. Like you can literally see Rico like leaning over and snapping at me to wake me up during stream. And I was like, you know what, chat's mean. they got that on their head. Without even looking.
Without even watching. And I laughed so hard when they said that, oh, he's Sleepy Dragon. And I was just like, you have no idea how accurate that is.
I'm trying to change it, but they won't let me.
They commentated.
Keep saying no.
My name came from the fact that like I was on stream with everybody, but I'd never show my face. I would just be a disembodied voice that everybody could hear. And then all of a sudden somebody said, stretch goal $10,000 for charity. We get to see Hidden's face. I was like, I'm not worth $10,000, but yeah, okay. And now I did the face reveal and like, here we go. Here's my face.
He was hidden for 5 days.
Yeah, he was really hidden for 5 days. Chat made sure that was quick.
What an awesome use of like a stretch goal or like a milestone for your fundraising too. That was for Thankmas, right? For Red Nose Day.
Yes.
It was.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great idea. It's awesome to know what your community is going to want to see and then kind of encourage them to help move that needle. So let's talk about the fundraising. The whole reason why we're talking. It was awesome. I love the backstory. I like all of your interactions. It's like an old school group of friends who played D&D together. Like I play with the same group of guys I've played with for 20 years. So
nice.
Like, I feel it, man. I know it. Like we were AD&D. We were Red Box all the way up through 5th edition. So
nice.
That's the kind of
very nice.
I don't miss 4th edition. I'll just say that. But
no one talks about 4th edition
or second.
Oh my gosh.
No, second was decent.
Second was great. Yeah. Third was. It just got more complicated, and then they're like, "Forget it. Let's just keep it simple. let's let people tell stories and not get bogged down by the rules." But no, I love that story. All right, so last month, y'all started a fundraiser. What was the inspiration behind kind of joining Thankmas?
Helping. I was on Twitter one day, just sitting in the studio. Rico was playing some game that he had just recently purchased to like get the vibe of it because he was thinking about streaming it. And I was sitting there on Twitter just scrolling through, and I came across Jacksepticeye's video. But this was back in December.
It was like late November.
Late November, early December, somewhere around there. And I saw his call out to all creators. Anyone who wants to be involved can be. I paused the video. I looked Rico dead in the eyes and I told him, we're doing this. The Smoking Dragons are contributing to this. Even if the other dragons do not actually join in on this, you and I 100% are doing this. So he completely agreed, because he and I have actually been huge fans of Red Nose Day, because we love helping people, and children are kind of like very close to our hearts. He especially loves working with children, but I'll let him talk about that. And so Red Nose Day, feeding the kids, all of that stuff, we were like, this is actually a personal favorite charity of ours. So we're going to 100% be a part of this. He signed up that night. I basically kept telling him, sign up right now, sign up right now, sign us up right now, sign us up right now. I wouldn't let it go. And he was just like, okay, fine. I was just trying to get to a pause moment. And then so that was how we technically got involved initially. And then eventually the day came, and we only needed, we just said, okay, well, we have really no audience. There's not much going on for us. So 500, let's make the goal 500. We'll be lucky to even get 100. And then we actually got 100. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Cool. And then that just went completely out the window the second Alana found us.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So just a little backstory. It's like, me and the CEO at Tiltify, we were having so much fun kind of like riding shotgun in Discord with all of the content creators who are some of our top fundraisers on our platform, to kind of help us play Santa. And we wanted to help, and we wanted the help of these awesome content creators. And Alana was yours that night. And so I was looking through the different streams, kind of scouting out stuff, and I saw these. I was like, oh, these guys are chilling, playing D&D. They're gonna love it, and they're gonna love getting this donation dropped. And like, for real, like, we dropped the donation, and like, no reaction. And that wasn't like such a big deal. We're like, oh God, all right, there's one every night. There's like, nobody's paying attention to the alerts. And then the amazing mad scramble with Rico's face.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
what
that.
the actual F is going on here?
My favorite moment.
I think about that moment every night before I go to bed, because I always think that I'm going to wake up with Oreo balls melted on my chest in my chest. And it's funny. The other night, I was taking a break with monitoring Sleepy's stream, and then we went to Christian's stream, and I had taken a nap, and I was in my chair, and I woke up in my chair, and I was like, no, it happened. And I went and I looked, I checked the Twitch, and I saw Christian streaming. I'm like, oh, okay.
It is real.
It's still real.
It's
but
real.
That moment, because I was on the phone, I was talking with one of my friends, and I'm just sitting there monitoring the pre-recorded stream, and I'm looking at it, and I have it up there. I was like, I'm going to put it up there just because I know it's pre-recorded, whatever. It's not going to hurt anything to put it up there, because it's still part of the charity stream, and we were already planning on having it there anyways. So no worries, no big deal. So I have it there, and I'm just sitting, and I'm watching through an episode this is the third time I've seen it, because the first time I was there for it, the second time I was editing it, and the third time I get to sit and watch it. So I'm watching an episode I've seen 2.5 times, and all of a sudden I see the number go from 105 to adding a fourth digit to 2,105, and I'm on the phone. I'm like, what just happened? And my friend on the phone is like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm gonna cry right now. And she's like, please tell me you're okay. And I'm like, I'm fine, but somebody just donated $2,000. I don't know what's going on. And I was like, I'm gonna call you back. And I threw my phone down. I didn't even hang up the phone, I don't think. I just threw it. And then I clicked off the pre-recorded. I was like, what do I do? Pre-recorded's done, whatever. And then I was like, we interrupt this pre-recorded Pokemon episode to bring you what the actual, because I don't know. And immediately was scrambling. I was just like, I now have to shave my beard, and started doing mad dashes, just yelling from the other parts of the studio. I was like, please don't leave. Don't even get stuff to shave. Please don't leave.
Okay, so remind me, what was the milestone for the beard shaving?
That was the $500 milestone.
$500. Okay, great.
All the milestones was $100 was we play a special one-shot D&D game, which is in the works. $200 was unlocking a 24-hour live stream, which we did.
We did twice.
We did twice, yeah. And then a karaoke live stream, which we did.
That was fun.
$400 was Viking shaving his head.
And it's stage shaved.
And we did that. And then $500 is the beard's gone, but chat wanted me to keep the mustache.
Chat also wanted me to keep the mohawk because I had basically shaved it down to like as far as I could get onto the skin. And I said, I was trying to do this Viking, like Uhtred of Bebbanburg type of thing. And then they all lit up and said, no, keep the mohawk. So I kept it because, chat said like, no, we dig it.
But now they also they want me to keep the mustache because I look like a cop.
Oh, totally.
Listen here, bud. You don't know why I was stopping you there? Because I'm currently investigating this area here.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I can dig it.
Oh no, they went from just Cop Rico to Men in Black.
Hey, you remember on the karaoke stream, we are Salt and Pepper.
That's true.
Yes, we are.
You are Salt and Pepper, but I just want to point out you guys
Push
are
it.
legitimately wearing sunglasses while also wearing black. Branding much?
And you won't remember this.
So, all right. So I think the cool thing is that looking at your journey. So you guys, we visited the stream, we dropped the funds. You all like, you got everybody on the stream after that point. As many people as who could. How much longer did you all stream that night?
That night we went for an additional like 5 hours. It became like a 7-hour stream.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we went an additional 5 hours just talking with people, and it was amazing. It like life changing. I never would have thought. Like if you would have came to me even the day before, like, hey, tomorrow you're gonna blow up, sir. And I'd be like, you're hilarious. Like 5 people watch us.
Well, and then how much more did you raise that night?
Oh God.
That night, we went to
18?
No, not that night. Not that night.
Oh, that's the same night.
That night, I think we went to 5.
We went somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000, somewhere in that. We doubled essentially what Alana dropped.
Because we were scrambling to come up with ideas for different
for more stretch goals.
Yeah.
And people kept asking, like, what's the 2K stretch goal? Or what's the 3K stretch goal? We're like, I don't know. we weren't prepared. We only planned for 500.
Nobody watched us until tonight, and now you won't stop giving us monies. This is not brain no work.
And all the gift subs, people just throwing money at us. It was insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah. How did that help your, like, I mean, were you an affiliate? Or
we were affiliate, so we had already made affiliate in 2019. We made affiliate, I believe.
Mid 2019.
Yeah, mid 2019. We made affiliate. We lost Donald.
Oh, Donald. Well, now he's hiding, so that seems.
It's on brand.
I pressed the space bar. I guess space bar does that.
Yeah, of course it does.
Absolutely. I knew that. You didn't know that?
That's so funny. Oh, cool. So, but is that? I mean, I guess that's we'll talk about the fundraising a little bit more. But what's that next step in terms of the show? Because now you have like a substantial audience at this point. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. We if you, I mean. The numbers have kind of have been in the decline because it's a month and people need to up their resubs and stuff like that. But at one point we had 2,385 followers and over 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's amazing. Congrats.
Which is insane. And a lot of that helped us get new sound equipment that we're going to be putting to use. We have a expensive mixer that we're going to it's just going to increase the quality of our D&D games once everybody is able to come back to studio. Got new cameras. I'm actually using one of the new cameras, so I look really good. So I had to make sure that I was fully clean shaven, or else you would notice the hair follicles. You would notice that I didn't shave.
That's awesome. And so I think that the next thing I wanted to talk about, so the fundraising continued, but it didn't just stop that night. Like what happened for you guys was like my dream that I wanted to happen for everybody that we dropped donations on, but that the momentum kept going. And even, I mean, let's say, like, even if we took out that 2,000 that was dropped, you still earned the top 10 fundraisers for Thinkmas. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yes.
You're number 7. Smoking Dragons, number 7 to top 10 fundraisers. I mean, number 1 is Jacksepticeye, then Ethan Crank Gameplays, and then Jaden Animations, and then a couple other folks, and Smoking Dragons. Like, you are up. You raised more than Alana did for Thinkmas.
Yes,
that was by accident. I wanted us to kind of stop because I didn't want to overthrow Alana's position, but the chat said no, and Cassie's cat said hell no, and the hatchlings decided, fuck you, sir. We're going forward. Sorry.
That's okay. I can bleep it. It'll be fun.
That's one of the things that I was doing during the stream is I was calculating for certain positions, because I was like, oh, if we stop here, we'll just hit like the bottom of the top 10. And that's, if we can at least reach this, we're in the top 10 of donors. That means, and one of the other adopted dragons was doing like calculations for how much we had raised and how many children we were going to feed with how much we had raised. So we kept updating on that. And then
they kept making me cry.
It surpassed Markiplier's editor. And we're like, oh my God, we just passed Markiplier's editor. Guys, that's cool. We're like this close to where Alana is. You guys are so generous. And chat went, beat Alana.
We got actually this, I'm not sure about everybody who is aware of it, but A Day in the Life, one of our top donators and an absolute madman. We love him very much. After the donations closed on, I guess, Twitch's end, he went and convinced the business that he's a part of to donate a couple more thousand, which technically pushed us over 21K. And
but they donated cool. directly to Red Nose Day, to Fi's Red Nose Day. So
so they donated like another $2 or $3 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count to our initial total because the Thinkmas initiative had ended by that time, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. And the last push of the donations, because we did the karaoke stream after that, and got a little bit more, and we used the donations as a way for you to request a song for us to sing for karaoke. And so that was pretty fun. And I had practically no voice, so I was dying, trying to sing with no voice. And then that weekend, for the last 2 days of Thinkmas, we did a 24-hour stream from 8 to 8. But in actuality, because I was like, you know what? We're going to go until Thinkmas closes, which was at 11:59 Pacific time on the I forget the date, but it was on that Sunday. So
and we still didn't stop there. We went for another 3 hours after that.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. So, go ahead.
Sorry. I apologize. And speaking of Day in the Life, that man, he's a madman, because he even during the when we were hyping, he was like, hey, if anybody puts this much, I'll match it. And me and Hidden were like, okay, bet.
Yeah, so you were like $75 away. He said, if you cap over this $75, I will match whatever, and I will put in this much. And me and Chris both donated at the same time. Like, we both threw in $75, and he was like, okay. At one point, he was just like, you throw in 100, I'll double it. You throw in 500, I'll double it. Come get me. And that was insane. It was so cool.
Some of us dragons were doing it like anonymously. We were just throwing money out. We're like, this is a good cause.
I mean, it was a good cause. Like,
it was.
that, like, I've never been a part of something like that before, and it felt amazing to be a part of something and have people be like, hey, we like you guys. Like, Alana, like, they always tell us, Alana brought us, but you guys kept us. And like, here, we enjoy what you guys do, and it's just, it's like, it's surreal, to be honest. It's very surreal. And like a big highlight of the night was like breaking Rico. That was a very big highlight of the night because he just kept crying, and every time he would like get his composure back, somebody else would do something else, and he just start breaking down again.
Especially every time they mentioned how many kids we fed with the amount, and I was just like, oh, it just kept going. And then when we got to 10K, I was just like, we did it. Our second goal that we made, 10K, we crushed it. We made it fantastic. And then it didn't stop. It kept going. And I was like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? We made it to 10K. And they're like, no, we're going higher. And I was like, chat, don't put yourselves in debt to do this. I mean, yes, it's an amazing cause and I love it. But what are you doing? And then it's just like 11K, 12K, 13K, 14K. And it just kept going. And I was just like, I'm going to die because I have no more tears to cry. I'm going to start crying blood.
Our ranking, our popularity, all of that, none of it really mattered to any of us. I just wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. Hidden wanted to be a part of something bigger than himself. Cassie wanted to be a part of something bigger than herself. Rico wanted to be a part of something bigger than himself. All of us, including Sleepy, who didn't even know what Red Nose Stay Well. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I did. No. You are absolutely right.
Oh.
I didn't even know what was going on. I just hopped in and said, hey, what's going on? They're like, Chris, shave your face. Why? People donating money. All right. I guess I had to save my face now.
That's all he needed. Like, yeah, sure. That checks.
And then I was like, okay, what's going on? They're like, hey, we're going to do a drag show. Are you in? Why are we doing this? Because people donate more money. All right. I guess
that was one of our stretch goals. We're gonna dress up in drag.
Yes.
Have a fashion show in the studio. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, be sure you tag us when that social post goes out because we want to support and watch.
Oh, I'm gonna tag so many people.
Of course.
Absolutely. So okay. So I gotta say, y'all checked all the boxes. Like for first time fundraisers, you did all the things that like make my life easier because you've given like this conversation has given me like it is it is a case study for this experience, like community building, using best practices in fundraising, and just like that general attitude, enthusiasm has really that's you all. That's all. Yeah, there was that little push, right? But you're right. Like all the rest of it is you all, and I'm excited to see what you do next. What is the next fundraising campaign? Have you guys decided to do that yet?
Not yet.
We're talking currently, but we haven't fully decided on anything yet. But the next crazy thing,
that's the
that
thing.
we're gonna
That's
do.
The thing. That's
the next thing. Crazy thing we're gonna do is we are going for the world record of longest stream. Then the current world record is 161 hours or something like that straight. Okay. We're looking to go between three people, and we're looking to push it to like 200.
Oh wow! I'm interested to see what becomes that as well. We've had so much fun watching you grow and react, and just genuine spirits, just genuine folks, and I think that's what we love about that. Yet, and you prove that you don't have to be Markiplier or Jacksepticeye to be a successful fundraiser. Really, it's they raise a lot of money, obviously, because they have a huge platform, but we also have tens of thousands of other content creators and fundraisers like you all, who really do make a difference through fundraising for their cause or for the community that they want to support. So thank you for being who you are, for being the Smoking Dragons. I appreciate you taking the time to chat about this today. It was a fantastic conversation, so I appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Yeah, honestly,
absolutely.
it was the opportunity you guys gave us that really made this what it is. Because it was just like, oh, here we are doing the same thing over again. And somebody came, and that's the one of the greatest things is that somebody else who has a big platform gave us who nobody knew about, gave us an opportunity to show who we are and what we do. And then now we're also pushing it forward because we are also like using our platform to raid other streamers and like give them some more viewers and have people and like, see what they're all about.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of the end of the donations. We actually rated a streamer who had a $100 goal
And crushed it also.
Yeah, we crushed their goal. Yeah.
We took chat over there and we're like, okay, you guys have given so much to us and made us so happy. Go do it for her too.
That's awesome. Who was that? Do you remember?
Mandela.
I think we'll have to look at the end of this.
Mandela. I'm pretty sure it's Mandela. Let me look.
Yeah, look that up and let
let's
me know.
confirm that name.
Yep, it is.
name.
It is Mandayla.
Because we told chat, we're like, she's just sitting there and playing and talking about the charity. That's all she was talking about constantly.
Yeah, she was playing Apex at the time, I think.
Yeah. I think she had one viewer or like no viewers. And we sat there and we're like, that's not cool at all. She's just sitting there trying to raise money. Let's go.
See?
Yeah, it was a bit of a deja vu moment. It's just like we've seen this before.
Some of this sounds
do
familiar.
something about it.
That is phenomenal. Well,
but I would like to quote our hidden dragon, what he said at the very end of that 28-hour stream when Alana came on to guest. He said that we will not waste this opportunity and we will not let any of this go to our heads. We're going to prove that what we were given was worth it.
That's awesome. I hope to see some, if not all of you, at a future TwitchCon or like convention. I would love to connect and celebrate whenever we can do such things and safely in person.
Right.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
I do want to thank you very, very much, but I also want to make sure that we shout out the rest of the dragons that are a part of this.
Please do.
Just as much of us.
So
go ahead, Rico.
Okay. So the other dragons that couldn't be here, unfortunately, but they are just as much a part of this as any of us. There is Christian, who is known as the Chaos Dragon. He is very much an agent of chaos, and he definitely has fun with that. Then we have Amber, who is the Logic Dragon, voice of reason. Also, if I had to give her a title, she's head of marketing. There is also Ian, who is also known as Jesus Dragon, because he looks like they said, oh, he looks like Jesus, because he's got a lot of hair and a thick beard, so like he looks like Jesus. And I was like, well, okay, that's easy. And then Nancy, who is La Bamba Dragon. I don't know why that happened.
That
Chris gave her that one.
I gave her that because that she's my significant other, and I say, you know what, she's new to D&D, and she played the GO game, coming in like as didn't know nothing. So I was like, okay, she's gonna be a part of this too. Like she might not be as big as everybody else is, but she will still be a part of this nonetheless. So I gave her a dragon name, called her La Bamba Dragon.
I love it. Well, that's great. Yeah. Are there any other secret dragons that you need to shout out?
No, there's 9, but there's honorary dragons.
Honorary dragon, Alana. Yeah, I love it.
There are honorary dragons there. Alana is one of them for sure. There's also Jason Charles Miller. He is honorary dragon, and then we also have Anthony's significant other, Ginger Dragon. She's an honorary dragon as well.
Awesome. And also big shout out to our mods, which is V2 and Java. Like these guys. Celtic. Oh yeah, and Celtic. Sorry, I apologize. These men have came in and just like helped us significantly without any asking for anything. They said, "Hey, do you guys need a mod?" We're like, "Yeah." And they just come in and they keep our Discord and our chat when we're live very like, you know, clean and precise, and they're always on top of everything. And I want to make a big shout out to those guys.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Good
that's
call.
you're building something that feels like really special. It's super inclusive and supportive community. So thank you for doing that. And if there's anything that we can do over at Tiltify for your next fundraising efforts, if you have ideas, we always want to hear that. Or if you need support, you can always
D&D with Tiltify.
I was actually just thinking that. So I was actually thinking that at some point I would love to get a hold of or work with, I don't know, Chris Perkins or Jeremy Crawford from
Wizards of the
Dungeons and
Coast.
Dragons, Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons. And I would love to do a massive D&D like week-long thing for like a charity. And I was thinking like St. Jude's or Pavlov or OSD, something, because there are a ton of charities out there that I want to get involved with and help out and basically just like, no, here more money. You help people.
Just before COVID hit, I was in college developing my thesis on how Dungeons and Dragons can aid those on the spectrum or who have autism, because it's works in a fashion to help somebody go through everyday life, and can basically, you can use fantasy to bring the interest, but the action is beneath the fantasy, like transactions, things like that. But if it's a cookie instead of, you know, like being at the bank or something, you know what I mean? And so if I was to work with any charities, it would definitely be, you know, something that has to do with children with mental disorders and things like that, because I hold that really dear to my heart. But if anything, I just don't want to lose contact with you guys. If you guys ever want to just talk or hang out or anything like that, you, Lou, and you guys from Tiltify specifically is what I'm talking about. Like, if you guys ever want to hang out, you guys want to talk, you guys want to come to our Discord, play games with us, anything like that, we would love that very much.
100%.
You can find me online. I'm Hero by Clicking is my social handle across all the platforms. Feel free to follow me and connect, and I'm happy to do that. That's part of being a community. It's like, if I have bandwidth, I definitely like to make sure I drop in. At the very least, seeing you streaming, if I see folks streaming, then I either myself or if I'm managing the Tiltify account, then I hop in and visit and show some love. But absolutely. No, thank you for that offer. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Well, I have 2 crazy kids in the next room that I have to manage. So
I was just gonna say, I heard the celebration.
I'm surprised mine have been so quiet.
I think I got that threshold of like that 40 minutes or so, where it's like keep it cool.
Downtime.
Nope, no, it's over. So it's getting to be dinner time. So I should probably work on that. I appreciate you, Smoking Dragons. This was great, and I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you.
All right. You guys take care. Have a great night. Have a good session tonight. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Have a good night.